no, Poppy can't see the screen. I'm sorry. But okay, I need to stop looking at chat or I'm gonna get completely distracted every goddamn time. Alright. So why do I continue coming here? I've already done a bunch of research, so I have a bunch of links that I can use. And so why go and try and find somewhere else to jump into the old web? So we're gonna start here. How do you explore the old web? How do you get to the old web? How I got to the old web when I was doing research for Dispelling the Earth and Animal Myth was I actually started with, as you see here, House of Chimera's Therian timeline and Orion Scribner's Otherkin timeline. Now, because I did mostly my research on the definition of Therian, I didn't reference Orion's timeline quite so much as I did Chimera's timeline, just because one is Therian, one's Otherkin. So I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you have any passing interest in learning anything about our community's history, is to check out those two timelines. This is what Chimera's timeline looks like. Acknowledgements, table of contents, scrolling. We're going to go down to, hey, look, all right, here's the timeline. If for some reason you've never followed citations in a text document, you can see, okay, so here in 1993, November 16th, Kathmandu created the thread titled Werewolves and Man, and then here's a description of what was in the article. See this little 13? You could come on down here and scroll. I'm gonna make this bigger actually because this text's tiny and my eyes are suffering. So we come down here to where it says this little 13, and then Werewolves and Man. Here's the citation, and scroll. Here is the link. Open the link. All right, so this is going to actually take you to the original source. The primary source is what it. Well, this isn't a primary source, but it's going to take you to the citation. This is going to help us specifically because this is Google Groups. But if I scroll down, sorry for any flashing, I'm gonna actually zoom out before I scroll. Scroll a little bit further so we can find a website to jump into. Here we are. Okay, web archive. Here's a one that's promising. So free webs, werewolvesanonymous.com. Let's go here. Wayback Machine sometimes loads very slowly. Sometimes you just have to be incredibly patient while it figures out its shit. Hi, why did you do that? Okay. I actually have never been on this website, to be quite honest. So let's take a look. As if so because I've never seen this website, I'm going to show you how I would browse this in a way that is doing research. So let's say that I want to learn more about werewolves. So, okay, so I can see, here's a site news, here's their landing page. If I come on over here, I'm going to zoom in on this just because it's a little small. We have the forum, a guest book, Therian info, Therian news, our Were survey, that sounds interesting, links, and the gateway. Now, if I wanted to learn more about werewolves, there's nothing other than the Were survey that mentions werewolves. However, because I know that werewolves and Therians are pretty much associated, well, not always, but y'all know what I mean. I'm going to go to Therian info and wait for it to load. Oh no, come on. All right, so this is what we call a dead link. Or a link rotted link. You are going to find a lot of this. There are a lot of really promising websites that I found while I was doing research for Dispelling, that as soon as I clicked on an interesting link, it gave me this. And it was very disheartening. Like, it took me an extreme amount of I'm sorry, my spouse texted me. Um, it took me a lot of time to actually put together Dispelling just because the amount of disparagement that I found at link rot. It sucks. But let's go back. Let's see if this Therian news might give us something. No, unfortunately. How about let's take a look at this Where survey. Let's see if that was saved. No, come on. All right, fine. This might be a dud. You could click around to see if any of the links were saved, but if it's that many links that had link rot, it's probably that only the front page was saved. So unfortunately, we're going to close that one. But that's the kind of process that you can go through to try and start researching an old web, try and find new websites that even us archivists might not have seen. So, like, let me scroll down to, all right, which one of you has what I'm looking for? Let's open some of these just so y'all can see these. And then maybe I'll be able to find one that has what I'm looking for so I can show it to you. 28 Fox. That's unhelpful. All right, let's scroll down just a little bit. Project Shift might have what I'm looking for. Maybe True Form Within. All right, so you guys haven't. Oh, hey, cool. Look at Aquila. So, I actually really suggest coming and reading Feral Scribes just on your off time. They're not super old, as you can see that it has been around since about 2006, but I really like how Aquila has written some stuff. But really what I want to look at, I think it's under paw prints. So guest essays. This is a really good way to start finding other websites, because if it was not, okay, so unfortunately in this example, they'll put a pin in that. Aquila has posted this article, this essay on their own website. Which we're pulling out the pin is a very good and also a little upsetting part as a historian, because when in the grand scheme of archiving things, it is a great way to make sure that essays live past uh the loss of their originator's website or anything like that. Um But what it also does is if it's not linked on the person's who is now hosting its website, you cannot find the website of the person who originally wrote it. Like, I don't know who this is. I don't excuse me. I don't know if they have a website. I could go and I could Google it, but I don't know if they use that username anymore. I don't know if that their website was ever under their pen name. But thankfully here it looks like they have, oh no, they don't. They do not have a link to the original writer's website. Which is why if I come up to here, so this is, again, we're back on my website. If I scroll down, I have others' essays. Now, I didn't start hosting them on my own website. I put a link to it. I probably should get a copy and host it on my own website with a link to the original writer's website. So, like, how that would look like if I clicked on here, it would take me to one of my web pages and have a link to the Dragon Hearts testimony on the KFF phenomenon. Guest book signature. Oh shit, I closed it already, didn't I? I closed it again. Fuck. Ah! Oh god. I can't find it anymore. I don't know what happened to it. Moving on. Um, but also, um, where have I done this? Was it under here? Yes. So one of the things that I have begun to do on our website is I have a link to the live website, which you can click, you can go to the live website, please go to it. You can see what is currently on the website. And then I have this little superscript A, which will take me to the archived version of this website. That means that even if I have link rot, that will not stop someone from being able to see what was at the original link. It may be an older version, but if you are someone who wants to assist us historians, I would suggest doing something like that as well. Um, because there has been so many times in my research where something just isn't linked. I can't find it. Or the link rot, like you saw before, means I can't find it no matter what. It's just gone. But let's take a look at another website. So this is the Cloven Hooved Goddess. Here there be dragons. I referenced this website because it was someone who talked about dragons as Therians back in 2013. Oh, I thought it was earlier than that. Oh well. But 2004 is when it was written. Back when it was very big that Therians were, it was starting to shift into Therians are earth and animals only. So I wanted examples before that semantic shift happened to see, yeah, no, there were Therian dragons. But see down here now we have some citations. We can follow these, see if any of them are still live. Well, somewhat live. No, that one's not. That one's not. That one's not. That sucks. Um, but that is basically what I did when I was doing research for uh dispelling the earth and animal myth, is just clicking on every goddamn link and see which one worked. See which one would have some relevant information. Um so let's go through here. I am looking for one that has a web ring because I want to show you how useful web rings can be. Oh, that's paw prints again. Do they have no contact information? So again, I have to stress that a lot of what I did was clicking around, learning like where people put things so that you could try and find what they defined as what. Okay, so here, horizons. When I first looked at this website, I thought maybe paw prints might mean like leading away to other websites, but apparently horizons means other websites on the horizon. So here are some interesting website and personal pages. This is where they reference other web pages you should go and look at. So what I would do is open up just all of these. Let's take a look at what exists still. As they load, because this is while they're loading, I'm going to talk about what am I doing? What website am I using to see these old websites, and why is there a link rot? So y'all might have heard of the Internet Archive, the Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine is a really cool program. Well, it is a hosting service that allows you to take, as you can see up here, snapshots of different websites. So you can go back and see different versions of a website that has been saved to the Wayback Machine. So like say I found a dead link on here. I could scroll back to this capture back over here, see if that dead link was actually captured on this version. Oh, look, the website looks completely different. And I ran into that several times where some websites updated completely differently, and they looked like there was two versions of a website I just didn't realize were the same website because of how what vastly different the two looked. But that also means that you can come to the most recent one. Looks like this one is a snapshot in 2005. Let's go see what it does. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. All right. So, oh hey, cool. This is a cool website. I actually haven't seen a bunch of these. Let's see others. See links. Oh no, there's none of. All right, fine. But as you can see, like they've linked other websites that they feel were in the same theme or were good information sites, so on and so forth. Feather and Flame is another good one that I like to look at. This one is for Birdkin. Fly On is this their let's yes, okay. Sort of. Communities. All right. So this is where they just keep like a ton of links. This doesn't actually. Oh, here we are. Theoranthropy. Um. So yeah, they have a bunch of websites that you can take a look at. So what I would do is I would open all of these, see if any of them worked. Swift Pause Tree does. I know this is one that I referenced a whole bunch. Oh, come on. Give me this one. So this is one of those websites that I was telling you looked incredibly different based on when the snapshot was taken. What the hell? Why did you crash? You were working. Oh, come on. Ugh. Nope. All right. So that one's not gonna play nice with me today, I guess. Let's go to this one. I haven't seen this website either. All right. There's no web ring on this one, but again, this is gonna be another one where I would open everything, see if any of these links work. But to go back to the Wayback Machine, so I'm coming up to this little icon on my browser here. I'm using Firefox. It has an extension that you can use. I've seen a couple of comments in passing, just like popping up on the side. I'm trying not to pay attention too hard to it, where you can have the Wayback Machine save snapshots of pages as you browse. So as you can see, this is my Internet Archive Wayback Machine app. If I go to a website that it's actually like can do, like it can take a snapshot, you can see last saved on May 25th. So that's actually a little while ago. I should probably have a new snapshot done on this. You can save the page now so that it'll save a new snapshot. See this little button? This is outlinks. This means that it is going to actually crawl the links that are on this page and save those links, like those pages. So you know how like every time that I would try and click a link and it would take me to nowhere because it didn't get saved. This is one of the things that help actually grab those one links down. Oh, can't see the drop down. Oh, oof. Can you not see the drop down? Oh shit! I can't. All right, I'll take a snap. I'll take a snip of it in and throw it into panel questions or something, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Because I didn't realize that the screen sharing wouldn't capture it. So in panel questions, I have put a snapshot of what the actual app looks like in the web browser. Um, so you can see the big save now page, the little checked box that says outlinks. The button below it, the red looking calendar, is when you can display all of the snapshots that have been taken. You can be taken to the oldest snapshot or the newest snapshot. And quite honestly, I don't know what some of these other buttons do. I don't play with them. But Orion, Page, Chimeras will probably know better than somebody else. I am going to take another snapshot. Where is it? Here we are. I'm going to take another snapshot. I'm going to put it into panel questions again because I want y'all to see this. Just as a visual companion to what's going on. So as you can see, this is under the settings. See how general is highlighted? The top setting, I don't have it checked just because I'm lazy. I don't have an excuse. I should. Um, you could check this box to have it autosave whatever page you visited. The little drop down has previously, within the past year, within past 90 days, within 30 days, 7 or 24 hours. That means that if it does not have a snapshot in that amount of time, when you visit that page, it will take a new snapshot. So then it's basically passively taking information for the archive, which is super cool and has been helping a lot of our link rot. Excuse me. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna see if I can't find a. I'm gonna see if I can't find a web ring for you guys. Cause like I could show you mine, like my web rings, but I want to show you what it looks like on a older website. So you can coming soon. Links coming soon. Come on. Really? Really? Rude. All right. All right, that's a little bit of stuff coming soon. Oh, hey. Is this Dutch? I'm asking cuz I saw Poppy is in the. Oh, it's Swedish. Okay. I Hey, look, a Swedish blog that y'all can read through. That's cool to see non-English blogs. I think this is the first one that I actually have ran into in my Oh, I'm sorry, you're Danish. I'm sorry. Let's see. Gallery of no, untoward others. Let's see. So kind of what I'm trying to show folks here is, oh come on, really, is how to look for a page that you are looking for. So like um not all pages are going to be named something that you yourself would name. Kind of like building up that, what's the word that I'm looking for? Critical thinking skill in like what would people of ye olde internet have called their pages. I am looking for a page I saw. Hi page. But okay, so member post. Oh, this looks like a forum. Forums are always unfortunate because they're usually you have to log into them and you can't log into them with the Wayback Machine. But usually when you this is Dream. Oh my god, this is Dreamwith. Jesus Christ. How old is Dreamwith? I thought Dreamwith was new. Really? Okay. I didn't realize it was old. All right. So, but again, what I was saying about if you look at old forums, unfortunately, a lot of them are user locked and Wayback Machine does not allow you to log into a website. So you can't look at member locked stuff, which is so unfortunate. We're gonna continue finding a therapist. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. Do you want me to drop this in chat if y'all want to read it? What is GLP? Oh, that's right. Sure. Yeah, I can drop this link in there for you. There you go. Birds of a feather. So let's see. Latest chirps, articles, resources. Therian and Kin, please. Please go somewhere. Please go somewhere. Please go somewhere. Oh, this is part of Feral Scribes. Oh, that's cool. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Please work. It's like everybody waiting with bated breath to see if it's gonna work. Come on. Please. Alright, I'm gonna so apparently I wouldn't quote me on this, but I read somewhere that LGBT was it was originally GLBT before it was um changed because of oh, what is the fucking word I'm looking for? It was campaigned for by lesbians. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't quote me, but that's yeah, it used to be that and then it got changed. I don't I don't know the exact on it, but hey, look, web rings. Oh my god. Yay! Old web rings! I finally found one! So, web rings are a huge help to when I was researching um dispelling. So, for anybody in chat who does not know what a web ring is, the best way that I can describe a web ring is it is a list of other blogs that or other websites that are similar in theme to the theme of the web ring. So, as we see on my screen, we have werebeasts, we have were artists, we have fursuiters. As you can see here, we could go to the so we're gonna try and look at this werebeast ring. Let's see if this works. Oh no, it's does Shadows Mist work? I don't remember if this is a good website or not. I know I've been to it a few times, but I cannot remember. Come on. You can do it. All right, we're going to wait for that to. But as you can see, underneath it says previous, next, random site, next 5 sites, or list sites. So if I clicked on list sites, it would show me all of the sites that are part of the ring. Web rings are not gone. They are still part of the indie web. They've fallen out of like out of vogue because people don't do indie as much anymore, but people who are doing indie websites are part of web rings. So I would suggest if you have a website, do join a web ring. So let me show y'all my web rings. Just because I know several of them have been posted in the con so far. But as you can see, I'm xenogender, so I'm part of Xenix of the Net. We're plural, so we're part of Plurring, Alter Human Assembly, and the Fiction Folk Web Ring. If you click on one of them, they're going to tell you how to join them, like what is this, what is a web ring, what is Fiction Folk, how to join. They're very easy to join. I would absolutely suggest trying it out. They're cool. It helps you get found too. And helps it if somebody has made friends by finding someone through a web ring, that would be great for you to like say it in chat because that'd be so cool. Okay, I'm gonna go back onto what I was doing. So these old web rings are basically a list of websites for me to find that help me find what I'm looking for. So this one finally opened up, thankfully. And this is not what I was looking for. Okay. So this is what I mean. Like this was originally uh told that it was supposed to be a werebeast ring. And now I'm just like, but this is a website. This is not like the main hub of a web ring. So where ring, where beast ring. Okay, cool. Here's some more web rings that I could click around through, try and find some more new websites to look at. Or I could let's see if this link works. The list sites. So let's wait for the okay. Oh, come no. Oh, no. It's not. Oh, wait. Interesting. Is there like 3 websites in the ring? Okay. Well, okay. I guess that's all of the individuals who are in the web ring, I guess. Oh, it's still loading. Oh, huh. Okay. Well, let's see if we can find one that has more individuals in. Ah, does this one have a list? Please tell me it has a list. This is the same one. Ah, God damn it. All right. So, but all right. So now that I've showed you how to browse the old web, I'm going to go over to panel questions real quick, see if there's any questions about. Could answer that, that'd be great. There's several comments about uh old blogs, like finding pages, and do you have any tips for finding new older websites to start from? So I did mention this earlier, but I don't know if I was very clear or if you weren't here, but I can go over it again. Usually what I like to do is I will start from somewhere that I know already and then just start exploring. So hold on, what am I doing? Here we go. So because I already have a whole bunch of links to the old web, um mobile Firefox does support extensions, but the extensions are limited in what is available for it because I have like ad blockers and stuff on my Firefox, my mobile one. How do we find those places to begin with? Do you mind sharing some of those starting links? So, you are always welcome to use my research from the Earth and Myth. All of these sources at the bottom are all old websites that you can use as a jumping off point. Otherwise, Chimera's Theory and Timeline and Orion Scribner's Otherkin Timeline are going to have way more links than I have that you can just start, like, pick one that sounds interesting and start going from there. Um, I I need to stress how hard it was to do the research and find new websites to even begin with because of the link rot, because of it was never saved, because um um I had to take time to look through different snapshots and so on and so forth. But you know what, that it it really feels uh oh my god, what is the word I want? Um shoot. My god, my brain is not going to let it go either because the word is a better word than what I can think of. It really feels good to and productive to be able to find those websites. Um I think y'all know what word I mean, but whatever. Um it's like going on a hunt. Like, especially if you are a predator of some variety, it feels a lot like hunting and finding prey. On a similar note, if you wanted to research something on the old web outside of otherkin, alter human, etc., sites that you have on your website, would you start out your search? So what I would do is I would go to the Wayback Machine. Enter URL or words related to a site's homepage. So I'm just going to type in lesbian. And now it's going to give me a hope. I didn't want that. Oh, dear God. I shouldn't have done that before it loads. Um, let's see. Um, I don't know. You can come back to the Internet Archive's homepage and you can just start searching for things. So like say I wanted to learn more about lesbian history. I could probably type in lesbian like I did and ignore the 18 plus sites that started loading and I stopped them. Or I could probably type in something like lesbian history and uh there probably will be a indie website that will have more links. It I hate to come back to the same example, but it's like going on a hunt. You have to find it, which is a lot of fun when you're in the right headspace to do it. Copying from chat, so hopefully it's seen. Speaking of dark web being safe or not, if an archive page has malware, will it load on the Wayback Machine? I'm sure most Ken sites are safe, but what do you do to be safe on the net? Unfortunately, I don't know. I would actually want to turn that over to one of our actual archivists to answer, which I think is a good point to welcome up one of our archivists or any of the archivists who want to come up and chat because they have more experience about actually using archival software than I am. Like my main experience has been with the Wayback Machine. I only recently got into using Zotero because I wanted to have a backup host copy of Zotero, and consequently started putting things on Zotero. So yeah, if the archivists want to raise their hand, I can. Oh, you can just come up too. That works too. Come up. Okay. Surprise! Y'all didn't know that you were gonna have a quadruple of us. I don't know. Oh yeah. Well, Orion and Paige are on the same microphone, so while there's 3 accounts up here, it's actually 4 of us. It sounds
It's
fine to
not
me.
picking up. Yeah, you're not echoing.
See a secret bonus page panel.
But
So
yeah, the question. Oh,
sorry.
I was going to say the question about viruses. I'm not 100% certain, but in the past, Avast has occasionally not liked loaded web pages, but sometimes Avast false flag stuff as being malware. So at the very least, if you use it, if your antivirus might mistake certain things as a
So
virus.
I
So
do want
be
to jump
careful.
in. Yes, I do want to jump in. I'm sorry. Hi, it's Chief again. Um, I don't know for certain. However, because of my expertise with coding, I will say that in theory that yes, there is a chance. Because whatever code or whatever malwared thing that was saved to the Wayback Machine already had the malware in it, it would have kept it. It wouldn't have a safe version of whatever got saved. So if your ad blocker or your firewall does ping something, I wouldn't always consider it a false flag. It is worth it. I would also want to do some more research into that because I don't actually know. I wouldn't want you to take it as gospel. Puppy does say that it is safest to do this in a virtual machine, which is a much more advanced thing that you can do on your computer, but I'm sure that Puppy or Val could give a resources toward how to do virtual machines on your computer. But I will give it back to everybody, to the archivists.
That's very good. Yeah. I'll
So typically what the Wayback Machine is going to save is, so if we think back to Chief's panel last night, if you were present or have seen it previously, um, if you upload a file to your website and it is part of your website's domain, it will save it. Because like if it is loaded on a page and it's part of your website's domain, it will save that. But if it is hot linked from like a image upload website, it will not save that. Yeah. So, Chimeras did approach me about talking about like actual archiving resources that aren't just the Wayback Machine. And because that's not my area of expertise, and if you are interested in becoming an archivist, uh, they are going to have much better information than I do if you wanted to take it away.
Okay. First and foremost, just want to put the disclaimer out here. We are not a professional archivist. We are currently working on getting ready to start our master's degree in library science, which includes archival. Uh, so all we've done technically is learn from other librarians and archivists that we work alongside and reading textbooks, like academic textbooks. But after that, yeah, I was actually gonna. There is a archiving website that was just linked in chat. Archive.is. I believe there is another that we have used called Archive Today. Um, so there are always kind of keep an eye out for other archiving websites. It's better to try to use all of them as much as possible. The biggest thing that I wanted to talk about is not, if you're really, really interested in archiving, to not let these websites be the only way that they're archived. We love the Wayback Machine. Um, we love the company that the organization that runs it, but there is no guarantee that that organization, that website, that resource will always exist.
Yeah,
So if you're very,
especially.
very like passionate in trying to save websites, yes, use these to make them readily available to the public. But if you're really interested, don't use them as the end all be all of archiving websites. In
Yeah,
fact,
especially sorry to
oh, go
interject,
ahead.
but I'm sure everybody here had heard even a little bit about how the Internet Archive got into trouble with the US government not terribly long ago. They are still fighting that battle, and we are not entirely sure that the archive is going to be there forever. So it is very important not to keep all of your eggs in one basket.
Yes. And thankfully, it is, uh, there are ways to rather quickly like download web pages. Um, one of our coworkers was working on a bot that would crawl a list of websites and automatically archive all the web pages on that website. And um, having to listen to them complain about trying to make it where it got enough stuff, but not every single little thing, and giving them ginormous files. So even like professional archivists are trying to figure out the best ways of archiving digital information. Other things to be aware of: most technology starts to deteriorate within like a year or so. Your usual USB sticks, hard drives, outside of the really high quality stuff, some of the data in those things slowly starts to break down after I believe it's anywhere between a year or two. Uh, so another thing that archivists, professional archivists are trying to do is figure out ways of saving data that is going to be stable for an extremely long time. So if you're very, very interested, yeah, that's one thing we're trying to look into.
Mhm. So Voxels asks, what's the best way to archive resources that require a login to view, like certain Tumblr posts? That is a that is something that do y'all know a like crawler or something that could do that, or is go ahead. For right
Definitely.
now, my best suggestion is to make a mirrored copy to your own personal website. Now, I do want to hazard that yes, this could be seen as uh not plagiarism, but probably not everybody's going to agree with you doing it. So you kind of have to weigh between preservation and uh, respecting someone's wishes. And I can't tell you which one you want to do. Um, but I know I personally would go with the method of creating a mirrored copy to another place that does not require a login, uh, and then linking back to the original. Um, in that case, it's probably best to ask the original owner if they are still active, if you have their permission to do so. If they are no longer active at that point, it's sort of abandoned. And so do what you want, but understand that if the person comes back and does not like that you did it, you might get asked to take it down. That does not mean that you cannot keep your copy. That means that you cannot display it any longer. Um, for forums, I guess the best thing that I can think of is to take a million screenshots. Um, it, it's cumbersome and a huge resource hog, but if it's something that you want to keep, it's what I did for some of the citations that I did for dispelling, because the forum, one of the forums is currently active and required a login. So I signed up very briefly, got my citations, and ran.
Yeah, there's a couple
Let's
people in chat that are sharing links to Doppel gave some links regarding some data storage. Um,
Chimeras, there's a question for you. Uh,
oh,
Mazarin says, I recently started a personal archive on my computer and a USB and eventually a hard drive. I intend to archive alterhuman and trans related works for websites mostly. Do you have any advice for organizing the archive or software that might be useful to use? Are there any resources you can recommend? So I'm actually going to
crying.
switch my stream uh over to Zotero because I pulled it up so that y'all can see what Zotero looks like. How do I do that? Oh, there we go. I found it. Change
Yeah,
stream.
so Zotero is there's Zotero, um, which is actually like recommended and used academically. You can also uh, like there are programs we've been looking into a couple that you can actually have on your computer itself that will help you organize the files if you're keeping them on your own um, like hard drives, etc., or in a cloud. That way, you have that offline. So if something happens to your internet, you still have access to everything. Zotero is the best if you're trying to link to things that are still alive and you're not wanting to keep a bunch of stuff on your own devices.
So just as a side, I have pulled up what Zotero looks like as a user. As you can see, we have a lot of names in here that y'all are familiar with, if not you yourself. Um, this is just one Alterhuman archive that exists, and you're getting to see a sneak peek of it. Um, so a question from Zira, how do you create a mirrored copy that can be accessed without logging in? Downloading the page and uploading somewhere else? So, I I'm not the I've never downloaded a page. I know that y'all have, but what I have literally done is just copy and paste the text. Like, when I've mirrored web pages that I've made myself, like on Discord or on Tumblr, I just copy the text, paste it over, give it a little bit of formatting, and press save. As for downloading pages, I know that y'all have done it before. I just don't know which one of you has done downloading pages before, because I've never done it.
We have most of our experience with it is we download web pages from news sites, magazines, etc., that are online because our focus is in the past has mostly been like people outside of our community talking about our community. So lots of magazines, news articles, academic stuff. And it's you can usually just click. Oh, like at least most, at least for Firefox, you can left click and put save page as, and you can make the option of either uh, doing a full save or you can just do like HTML. Full save is a lot more involved and a lot more data. Uh, but if you just want the text, uh, but we've also just copy pasted directly onto like documents and saved them as PDF files too.
So, another question, and I know that Orion has looked into this. Are CDs better for storing data than cheap USB sticks? Or is data decay also a huge problem with these formats? That, yeah, that's what I was thinking about when I. That was what I was thinking about when I first. I can look in our chat. Hold on. Oops. I don't know how to spell disk anymore. M disk. It's called an M disk. Mhm.
Yes. Uh, Also, it can be a problem even if you're using computers, because there's certain kinds of files that are not used anymore. We came across this, we're blanking on the file type, but it was pre doc files. It was before docs became like the lay of the land. It was Word. It was like Works Word, I think was it what it's called,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and it
I recognize that.
used to be more popular. And modern like computers, like my Windows 11, Windows 10, they don't read them. So you have to you go places to convert them into doc files to be able to read the darn things. Uh,
Mhm.
so other thing you have to be aware of is if you have something that's in a kind of obscure file type, it might be harder. There, you might come a point where your whatever you're looking at it with may not be able to understand what the file is anymore. Your best bet is to try VLC because the it's a media player. So far, I think I haven't seen VLC be able uh, VLC seems to be able to work with just about any file type, even stuff that isn't audio or video media.
Which is weird, but okay.
It's so funny. Like, yeah, it's like a joke that I have anymore. Like, if you can't get it to work, try VLC.
Which is so funny. It's so funny.
Seems like it.
I'm gonna pop back over here. Mhm. Okay. I don't see any other questions for us at this time, so I kind of wanted to move into how can you, as a general user, help us archivists? Um, there are several different Alterhuman archives out there. As I am displaying just one of them is the one that I also showed you that is on Zotero. Um, it is the Alterhuman archive. All you have to do is DM one of us who is on staff with the Altahuman archive a link and go, "Hey, can this be added, please?" I was like, "Yeah, we'll do it." What are some of the other ones? Because like, I know this one pretty well. I work with it. Off the top of my head, I'm just not thinking of any of the other ones though.
Yeah, I think it's Medusa's library. There's also ours. We've been slowly trying to make something that can be accessible to others, but the trouble that we keep running into is we have so many different kinds of things that we archive, and some of it is stuff that is copyrighted. So finding a nice medium between giving people access to digital versions of books that are like out of print. Not naming any book titles that we have.
Cough,
Um, being
cough.
having a way to have those available to people without, certainly we have publishers knocking on our door saying, "Hey, copyright." Um, so yeah, that's been our hang up is like some things like the list of websites we have. At least now because of the Alter Human Archive, we have a means of here's a bunch of stuff from these defunct websites that we have access to, that we can just start going in there, finding what articles have been saved and save them onto there. Um, there's also music that we have. We have art. Um, and we have no idea how to share that all in one place. If there is a way to really share all of it in one place.
So Val asks, would it be worth it to add as a copy the Soul Bonding Archival project to the Alter Human archive? Absolutely.
Yes.
Honestly, every individual hard drive, every individual computer, every individual website that has a copy of something is ensuring that that will be able to be found again at some point in time. It never hurts to have multiple copies in 15,000 different places for the sake of preservation. Which brings me to the point I wanted to bring up is your own personal website can be a mini archival project. Like whether it's your own works, whether you choose to put even like select essays that you like on your own website, you get to be an archivist too. If you want to host stuff on your own website, hey, look, now you're an archivist. Like here, I'll
One
I'll
of
I'll
us.
show
One of
my
us.
one of us. If I yeah, like scrolling down, like I mentioned earlier, if I had made hard copies of others' essays on my website, that would be a mini archive right there. And never thought that I would call myself an archivist for the community, but here I am. Hi. You can call yourself one too. Let's see. Any other questions?
Oh,
Mirror.
and if anyone is, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna quickly add, if anyone is interested in learning more about the really technical side of uh, preserving stuff that's digital media, the term that you would want to look up for like finding books on the topic would be it's called digital preservation. So if you want to be really nerdy, that's a go-to phrase to start Googling. And also, Data Hoarder on the subreddit is also a major place. Some people on there are insane cool on there how they
Mhm.
can save stuff. So
Mhm.
anyway, sorry.
Yeah, Puppy says mirror everything everywhere forever, and it's true. So that is what I have for you today. Do any of y'all have anything that I might have missed that you want to bring up?
Uh, the other
Sorry,
the other
spouse.
thing we wanted. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was muted for a second because Spowski came in, so I'm back now.
We just wanted to say another thing to keep to consider is, at least as far as academic archivists with a big A, people are archives. Um, Especially like in the past, people didn't really take oral history as being as important, but anymore, increasingly, there is a drive to save people's personal experiences and accounts of major events. People that are going and trying to find the people that are still alive that uh, were military personnel during World War II and getting their stories. People that are finding people that were at ground zero during 9/11 and having their personal stories of how their perspective of everything that happened to them. Um, so obviously those are major life, historical events, but it still is an important thing for even little things in our community. So uh, so consider writing your experiences down, not just of your own experiences as your identities, but also your experiences in the community, like things that happened in the community that from your perspective.
Touching
You
on
can be
that,
alive too.
touching on that, I like to stress whenever I do a presentation of dispelling that dispelling wouldn't exist without the piddliest little shit that people wrote on their websites. The piddliest little first person account gave me so much information that was so incredibly important to my research that it was like you never know when your account of something is going to make the difference to to future historians. So, yes, right. Have a website. Put things down. Feed us.
We're hungry.
I need to go find Nova's thank you for feeding the archivist picture.
One thing we'd really love, thankfully, like people like the Silver Elves are already writing about their experiences uh, to an extent, but sometimes we like really want to like interview them in a long span, and so to have like that history of what just to have a little bit more history on things because they're getting up there in ages, and there's a number of people that have been in the community for ages that are not getting any younger. None of us are
Yep.
ever getting any younger.
I found it. I found it. I'm gonna put it in chat. I'm gonna put it in chat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. Oh no! I was late.
Oh my gosh, we want to make an iteration of that with our Chimera now. Oh,
Do it.
that's
Do it. It's too.
Beast.
But yeah, like I I would love to speak with them, honestly.
Hey, I don't know if it was Paige or Poppy who got Ed from TDF to get onto the server. So Poppy, you rule. We were like going there going, we were wanting the context to Other Hearted for a long time. It never even dawned on me to like DM a person. Damn it! we're too we're too socially shy for our own good.
Yep. Mm, okay.
Oh,
Oh, it's there's been a lot of chatter as well as links that are being posted in panel questions. So if you had any questions, like Val and Puppy have been dropping a ton of resources that we don't have. That like if you're interested in doing any sort of digital preservation, like we've been talking about, go check that out.
oh, I guess one small thing is let's talk about Discord because we're on Discord. Um, there is no easy way of archiving anything on Discord that we're aware of. Um,
I was yeah,
there
I was
is oh yay,
yeah.
but we've been making screenshots.
You know what? If that person, I'm so sorry, I cannot remember who exactly it was who dropped it, but if you are in chat, could you please drop that again? Otherwise, it will also be probably I think in this same the same chat channel or panel questions because it was dropped also in during Chief's panel. So we do have it linked somewhere.
Oh, that
Tips
is
for archiving
glorious.
music off of vinyls. Um there are some CD and cassette um like boxes, like machines that you can use to have it record off of the vinyl.
We could talk
Yeah,
about
library
interlibrary loan. That
libraries
is our specialty.
libraries fucking have shit that you would never expect them to have.
And if one library does not have that kind of access, they may know who does.
Mhm.
Or they may know or they may be able to get get intel of what library in their vicinity might have it. Since interlibrary loans was brought up, which is something we actually do for that is our job, is interlibrary loan. um, if you're ever wanting to find something, say, a book that references anything that you're interested in, and you don't want to have to go out and buy the book, or the book is out of print, interlibrary loan can be a major access to that. And not just books, but also articles, newspaper articles, journals, all that kind of stuff. You can go to your library, either academic library or public library, and see if they have an interlibrary loan program. And basically, they will ask other libraries to borrow materials, or in the case of you're just wanting a chapter out of a book, they will scan a digital copy and send it to your home library, and you will be able to have that media. And this is some libraries have it where there's a charge, or some of them have it where as long as you're a patron of that library, you can use it for free.
Okay, so Val
Uh,
says that a lot of the links that they've been sharing are on their website just fluffing around .neocities, which we as a system are like super appreciative of Val's resource page because it has so much stuff on it. It's easy to get lost in how much stuff is on it. We're very appreciative of the amount of links that they have.
You know, you can't see it because we're all on only on voice chat, but we have been like doing an excited little stimming bounce this entire time this panel has been going on.
I do not have it on here. Where did I also have a references, but it's not um alter human based stuff. I don't know if I have just fluffing around on here. Coding. No, I don't. I should put it on here because I've been using it so goddamn much. I know it's in Chief's recommended, so if you were at Chief's panel yesterday, it was in their recommended links as well. But it looks like Val has put it into panel questions. So we are technically over time. I did not know how long we were going to chat about this. There isn't another panel for an hour and 40 minutes, though. So we could go as long or as short as we need to, I guess. Kind of, not really, because there's also art streams that people probably want to get to. But I don't have any other questions I can see in the panel questions chat. So I guess get your last ones in there. And if y'all have anything else that you wanted to mention, just off the top of your head.
And just to remind people, this is being recorded. So if there's anything that you missed or you didn't get a chance to write something down that we mentioned, you can always go to the YouTube channel and watch it from there. YouTube is another thing that just because you posted on YouTube does not mean it is archived. Uh, YouTube is sometimes finicky with letting people keep their content on there. So
So here's a good question. We want to write more about our experiences, but it's sort of overwhelming in terms of where to start. We struggle to remember it, and we don't know where all to put it, etc., etc. So we'd like to ask if there's any thoughts on how to reduce that overwhelm. Try and so. Oh, sorry. Let me back up. I'm getting a little excited. Um, um, my suggestion is to find so here I'm actually going to pull it up because this is why I put this on my website. Ask memes and journaling ideas. I would literally pull up like an ask meme or a journaling idea list and scroll through it until you find one that sticks out to you and write that. Or if you have a burning oh, I really want to write this one day, put it start a list somewhere that you could probably number, or like if you have like a 20-sided dice or something like that, you could roll on that, and then whatever number comes up on the dice, you write that topic today. um Excuse me, unfortunately, oopsies, I didn't want to do that. Not all of the lists that I have on my website are numbered. uh I was lazy as hell and I just sort of copy paste them in there. Um so you can always use this. I will actually paste this page into panel questions so that you are free to use these. That's why I put them on my website. Um to get ideas just to talk about stuff. Um Otherwise you could join a writing club like I think the Fiction Kind Dream With does weekly or something writing prompts. Correct me if I'm wrong.
if not, it's regular. It's pretty regular.
Okay. But yeah, if you can find somewhere that is has a prompt system, like where they have a topic that goes out every so often, it kind of helps schedule and organize that sort of chaos. Not ultra human specific, but these are good for general website making and blogs. So yes, Val also has like ideas, has a link to a bunch of ideas and web pages that you could use for your own website. I've actually looked at lists like this, like my website feels really boring. I want to put some more stuff on it. What can I do? I literally looked up a list of like, what can I put on my website? You could do that as well.
Also, just reading what other people have written sometimes is a really nice inspiration
Hmm.
for what other people have talked about, written about, etc., etc.
Hmm. Val says, I have a whole section under my indie web making resources called Organizing, Writing, and Archiving. That's excellent. So, yeah, again, I cannot say how awesome Val's website has been to making our website, to our research, stuff like that. It's great. And that's another thing that, like, exploring even current web rings is going to give you ideas of what you can do on your own websites. Uh, Wander around, check out other folks' websites. You're going to get ideas as you check out what other folks are doing because it's like it's like brainstorming, really, like putting your heads together at that point. Um like this little gift that I have here of the water that I use it as a divider. I wouldn't have thought about that myself. Somebody had a similar one that I really liked. I didn't want to steal it. And so I commissioned if y'all recognize Baby Dog. When Baby Dog was back doing pixel commissions, I commissioned them. That's Baby Dog's art. Um and that's one of the other things you can do is like think about things that you can add to your site that involve other people, like other than just the web ring or linking to other websites. How can you create the community within your own website? But I don't see any other questions. You have run through all of my ideas. Like I said in the beginning, I didn't have a script. I didn't even have notes. I was just like, we're gonna fuck around on the old web for a little while and then get some actual archivists to come help me. Yeah.
And it's been awesome to be up here and getting to just get all excited and nerdy about archiving and all this.
Someone asked in the other chat if you can post your websites for inspiration. You know where I would rather you post them? In the advertisements channel, or maybe not there. Um, social media or your intro social media or your introductions, because that's where we're gonna find you. So there was a question I heard Chimera's answering something that sounded similar, so I don't know if this question actually was answered. Because this is when Spowski walked in. Why is alter human culture internet archiving? Does that ring a bell? Sure. Mhm. Oh, yeah.
We blame Orion.
Y'all fucking sucked me into it. Mhm. There there is oh, there was a little bit more to the ask. I just wanted to see if it had been answered already. I had an ortho human friend ask, and I answered some about the community starting on the internet and a lot of history being lost. So now we are dedicated to finding that history and making sure no more history is lost. But I'm wondering if there are other reasons. Oh shit, go fast. Ano I have another theory. I have another theory going off of yours. Because we're all so different and all of our experiences are so different, whenever somebody writes about something, it's compelling to share it, not only because it is cool to see the variance, but also to help new folk to the community. Because one person's essay may not resonate with everybody, but you never know. One person's essay may resonate so strongly that somebody finds exactly what they're looking for. And that is such an important part of our community.
Definitely. If it wasn't for people way back when in the early 2000s that people were already writing about their experiences, we would not probably be here, or I don't know if we would have found the community as quickly as we did if it wasn't for certain people that were active in the community at that time.
Mhm. To be quite honest, I actually do not remember how I found the community. Not even a little bit. No idea how I found the community.
We found it because there was a GeoCities called uh, the Theron uh, Rainforest, I think it was. Anyway, it had old essays that used to circulate on Altor werewolves. And so it had information on quote unquote real life werewolves. And that was actually this what we had put in the search engine to find stuff of, because that's what we were looking for. We like people that are werewolves, but it's in real life, and that's how we found the Theron community, and yeah, the rest is history.
So I wish I could remember how I found the community. Well, no, I remember how I found out that alter humans existed. I do not remember where my first like way into the community was. Has anyone archived previous other cons? Hell yeah. So all of the as many videos as there are recordings all exist on YouTube. And all of the folks who have taken actual panel recordings probably still have those recordings on their hard drives. I don't know if they're hosted anywhere else, but that would be cool as hell. Plus, because OtherCon has used a new server every year, you are still able, if you were originally part of that convention, you are still able to go back and read everything. Honestly, if anyone's still in the OtherCon Discord servers using Discord History Tracker on it would be awesome. I will think about doing it. I can't guarantee anything. I'm lazy. So am I. Are there
Yeah, we're still
backups
on
for the
them too.
videos? Okay, are there backups for the videos? I'm worried about access after YouTube's upcoming stunt on the 13th. Um, we would have to coordinate with, because I know that House of Chimeras and Page are, because of, could you tell the story? Like you were talking about how we actually lost a panel because only one person recorded it.
Also, we have the title of it because we uh yeah, of the other con schedule. It was called Being Other Kind and Problematic, the short end of the stick, and it was on August 13th.
So
If we
technically,
could
yes, we do technically have backups because I'm assuming y'all still have your recordings from previous years. Hmm. It's so long ago, but I guess for privacy's sake. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Like, there's a story about how I think it's Toy Story 3 would never have been made if one of the, actual animators hadn't gone out on, uh, maternity leave because the
Oh, I remember that story. Yeah.
all of the progress on this movie was lost to I can't remember what exactly happened to it, except for the copy that the person on maternity leave had. So you just never know when your copy is gonna be the one that exists.
Yeah, something happened to their everything that they had on the server, you know, at their, work site, and they had lost a huge chunk of it. Yeah, I remember that story. It was great. And just another example of that's why I'm so happy. Like our system is so excited that it's not just us and Orion that are doing history shit anymore.
It was Toy Story 2, okay. That's close. Mhm. Yeah, so
Yeah, especially for and also with communities like ours where we're so niche and there are people in power that probably don't like us or definitely don't like us existing.
Mhm.
Um, and so it could be very easy for certain individuals to like possibly wipe out, chunks of our community that are on places like Facebook, YouTube. Uh, will it happen? Probably not, but like we could like our community could be reply damaged easy. So archiving stuff is great.
That's
Like,
why
that's
we
what a lot of
need
people
your
in the
help.
yeah,
I'm gonna
and
do
that's
the
what
I'm gonna do the Uncle Sam thing. I'm gonna be like, "We need your help to help back up our community." I'm sorry. Yes. Yep.
speaking of archive project, I see that Doppel is one of the people that's in chat. Doppel, it was saving a bunch of Twitter accounts when they were scheduled. We start deleting a bunch of stuff relating to the Alter Human community. Doppel still has a yeah.
And also, Dragons, did a whole bunch of archiving for, what was the, social media that just closed?
Co-host.
Co-host. Yeah.
We've been meaning to look at all that stuff.
Mhm. Comb has so many fucking links. Holy shit. I'm sorry. I literally could not remember what it was called. Oh yeah, co-host closed. Mhm. We dead name Twitter here.
Twitter's the only thing that that is acceptable to dead name.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
So what have we learned here today, class? Archiving is important.
There is
Back up your shit.
there is one more question. I have a question. On the topic of backing up social media, I'm curious if anyone has advice for backing up amino pages beyond just putting the posts pages on the Internet Archive or screenshotting. I'm looking through the app now and man, I'm overwhelmed.
Okay. Oh, God.
No, I still so yeah.
When it
The
comes
furry
to
fandoms.
amino,
Okay, go ahead.
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, the only thing that we've been able to find is, yeah, using web archive or screenshotting. We don't know if there's anything specific that specifically works on amino.
I was gonna say on the topic of backing up Spartacus's Twitter, the furry fandom has is so much larger than us. I have a feeling someone's got a copy of it. It would just mean we would have to figure out who the hell has a copy of it. Mm, mm. Okay. So I think that we have run through just about everything that we've got for y'all. Um, if y'all have any questions outside of this, um, we're open to answering questions. I'm the least experienced of the lot of us. So I'm not sure how much I can help. Um, it I don't know about Puppy or Lav if they're open to DMs. But they have been throwing a lot of links in chat, so they're also quite knowledgeable. I don't want to speak for them though, but it's good to shout out those of us who have resources, right? Like, a- again, I don't want to speak for anybody that they're open to just chatting randomly, but hey, these are people who have resources. It might be worthy to check it out. Archipelago also says that they have resources. So yeah, if you have any other questions, any of us have said that we are free to chat with. Um, we should get going because there is a stream in about 10 minutes. Um, we have gone over by almost an hour because I had no idea how long to have this panel open for. I thought I was just gonna like uh derp around on the old web for a little bit. And then we got an actual whole fucking panel out of it. So I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope that we were able to inspire everybody to help out your local archivist, if not become one yourself. I hope y'all have a good day. Check out the panels that have been before us when they go up on the YouTube. Uh, yeah, that's it. We'll see you later.
Thank you so much, everyone.
How the hell
And
do I
thanks for
turn
having
this
us,
off?
Stosky.
Absolutely. I am so glad that y'all came up to help. It would not have been the same without y'all. Thank y'all so much. Goodbye. I have to figure out how to turn off the goddamn stage because it says start stage. How do I?
Really? What? Oops. Good night, everyone.
Bark, 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 bark.